Welcome to GH Soap Opera Today, your place for the latest drama, updates, and spoilers from General Hospital. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the action. General Hospital spoilers. Willow panics. Nina admits Brennan is not paralyzed. General Hospital spoilers predict that Willow Tait will receive shocking news. Willow was counting on Nina Reeves to give Jack Brennan another injection, but Nina was eventually unable to do so. Willow could see Nina was having second thoughts about giving Brennan a paralyzing dose in the May episode of General Hospital. Willow appeared to be skeptical of Nina, yet she allowed her mother to enter Brennan's room in order to do this task. After a run-in with Ross Cullum, Nina shifted her attention to Brennan, who was already regaining his capacity to communicate. Nina became distraught and discarded the syringe rather than dosing Brennan as she had promised. Nina was risking a lot at that point. Nina must now believe that it was sufficient to re-establish Brennan's support for her, or to persuade him not to imprison her with Willow. Brennan is aware that he was given Drew Kane's prescription, and he also understands that this paralytic is what is keeping Drew locked in. Jack knows what it's like, so he won't let Nina and Willow continue drugging Drew into immobility. However, Brennan will understand why Willow requires so much leverage on Drew. Willow has been pressuring Brennan to help her score, so the arrangement may still be in play if he chooses not to reveal the full tale. Nina may inform Brennan that Jen Sidwell is the real culprit in luring Willow into Drew's locked-in scheme and then forcing her to serve as his puppet in Congress. Nina's decision to show Brennan mercy may have shown her true character and influenced Jack. Furthermore, Willow and Nina are quite minor in the larger scheme of things. Sidwell and Cullum are running a cold fusion project with potentially fatal implications, thus the focus must be on sinking them. In the end, Brennan may agree not to inform Nina and Willow, but Willow may go insane when she discovers Nina did not complete the injection. Willow will encounter some tragedy on May 28th, which could be when Nina admits she chose to trust Brennan instead. Willow may explain why this is too risky, but Nina may remind her that Brennan may be the only one with the power to get influence against Drew. Whatever the case, it will be intriguing to see how long Brennan maintains his locked-in status and when he may make a miracle recovery. Brennan will have to play this well, and he will have a significant secret to keep from Nina and Willow, but Nina will try to persuade her daughter that this was the right decision. According to General Hospital previews, Willow will flip out nonetheless, so keep an eye out for Nina's attempts to calm her down. GH spoilers. Kelly Thiebaud teases Britt's next chapter. Is she ready to move on from Jason? General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal that Britt Westbourne has recently faced various problems. Along with her efforts to protect Rocco Falconeri, Britt is under intense pressure to complete a dangerous prototype for Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell's cold fusion project. This has all been extremely stressful for Britt. Managing all of this has been extremely stressful for Britt, especially as she navigates her convoluted medication issue and frequent disagreements with Cassius Faison, or Nathan West, on a daily basis. It's natural that Britt has decided to leave Port Charles and confront her Huntington's diagnosis, but unexpected changes are on the way. Britt still has a role to play in this series, and Kelly Thiebaud just spoke with SOD about what that future may include. After realizing Britt can't catch a break, Thiebaud voiced a desire for Britt's life to calm down. Britt has been in a continual state of panic for what feels like an eternity, yet there is hope for change. Kelly hopes things can calm down for Britt. I hope her life can become less stressful, chaotic, and life-threatening, Thiebaud said. I wish for her to be at peace and enjoy herself and maybe even find love soon. Britt and Jason Morgan's romance ended abruptly when the WSB transported him to a secret location in Jakarta. Britt is now uncertain whether she will ever rejoin with Jason and rekindle their relationship. While Steve Burton is slated to return to filming in June, there is no certainty that his love story with Britt will continue. Even if Britt and Jason try to restart their romance, it's possible that the GH writers will explore different love options for both characters. There have been whispers that Britt may discover a new love partner in the near future. Although there is no official confirmation yet, the rumor behind the scenes suggests that Britt may develop love for someone other than Jason and pursue a different romantic road. After all, Kelly Thiebaud has yet to announce whether her next love interest will be Jason. It may be someone else, or perhaps a whole new character. When Thiebaud said, maybe even some love soon, to Britt, she could have been referring to a whole different romantic plot. General Hospital spoilers. Rick's mysterious art gift could reveal Delilah's dark secret. General Hospital spoilers and updates hint at an intriguing theory. May Rick Lansing's art gift for Elizabeth Baldwin relate into Delilah Wilson's backstory? Receipts and other items from New York City art galleries were discovered in Delilah's suitcase. Ava Jerome is from New York, and the artist was one of her connections. This arrangement for this work could have been in place for a few months, possibly tied into Delilah's business due to her location in Port Charles, among other factors. Even if Ethan Lovett recently revealed a past link between them. If this artist was connected to Delilah, she could have been his ex-wife, as divorce was stated as a barrier to getting the work. And Ethan hinted in his sorrowful goodbye on the pier, when he burnt Delilah's portrait, that he regretted not being there sooner to save her. Could Delilah have been fleeing her ex? Could this artist from New York, or wherever he lives, have assaulted his pregnant wife before following her to Port Charles? Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermaine Chase have begun investigating Delilah's background in an attempt to locate family connections. Adopting Phoebe Wilson entails some unpleasantness. Might they find out more about the artist who painted Elizabeth's present, or was he out of the picture before Delilah became pregnant? It was intimated during the interview that Ava would find it difficult to obtain the artwork because the artist's divorce was very unpleasant. The reason for the divorce was not mentioned, therefore it is unclear whether the ugliness was caused by the split of property, which is most plausible. Where does Ethan fit in Delilah's backstory? There's a big issue about where Ethan fits into Delilah's past, as well as why he took so long to get to Port Charles to see her. The photo he possessed of her blowing a kiss suggested they were lovers, but it was evident she required protection, which he had failed to provide. Whether or not he is baby Phoebe's father, he appears to have been content with Chase and Brooklyn raising her, yet he may be a natural single father. Perhaps we'll find out soon how Ethan, Delilah, and Rick's gifted artwork to Elizabeth all tie together. And once the mystery is solved, baby Phoebe will have a more complete live family tree. General Hospital spoilers. Isaiah sues Curtis for pain and suffering, along with the possibility of prosecution. General Hospital spoilers and updates suggest that Isaiah Gannon may not be allowed to practice surgery for a long time, if ever, after Curtis Ashford's attack. Will Isaiah sue Curtis for pain and suffering in addition to possible criminal charges? Curtis destroyed Isaiah's hand by punching him and throwing him against a table in Metro Court Gardens. The hand surgeon reported he had broken fingers and strained tendons. Dr. Sherman informed Isaiah and Portia Robinson that he would require numerous procedures as well as a lengthy recovery period. With that kind of trauma to his hand, he could be left with scarring and may never be able to perform surgery again, which is a lot to handle. Isaiah is not wealthy and cannot receive workers' compensation, unemployment compensation, or similar benefits. And he won't count on Portia's support, so suing Curtis for what he did to him might be a great idea. Prosecution is up to the acting district attorney, but Justine Turner is divided about pursuing Curtis because of her friendship with Jordan Ashford. However, upon discussing the situation with Sonny Corinthos, she discovered a reason to accuse Curtis. Sonny discussed some of Curtis' past that he was aware of, as well as some details regarding Isaiah. When Sonny told Justine that Isaiah was partly to blame, at least in Curtis' eyes, for the breakup of his marriage, Justine called that motivation. Of course, it takes two to tangle, since Portia slept with both Curtis and Isaiah a few nights apart, so she is also to blame. Curtis mentioned to Dante Falconeri that he would cover Isaiah's medical bills, but what he was really doing was planning a backhanded bribe. If Isaiah decides to sue Curtis for pain and suffering, he may also seek compensation for lost wages. But if Curtis doesn't stop hurling bogus charges, as Isaiah put it, he might add slander to the lawsuit. So, who will pay the lawyer in Port Charles who takes Isaiah's case and sues Curtis? Perhaps he can add that to the due fee as well. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Isaiah might sue Curtis and even get him in jail. Why General Hospital could be turning Lulu into the next great Spencer disaster. Rocco absorbs the anxiety and worry of everyone around him, while no one takes the time to help him cope. Lulu spent the final General Hospital episode completely prepared to grab Rocco, stuff some passports into a suitcase, and go into the night like Luke and Laura, who raised her on train platforms and international escape routes. The difficult issue is that Lulu genuinely believes she is doing the right thing, making the entire situation feel less like classic Spencer pandemonium and more like seeing a family worry in real time. By the end, Dante was threatening police monitoring, Ethan was organizing private jets, and poor Rocco was just standing there staring at those bogus papers, as if someone had told him his boyhood was definitely over. Key takeaways. Lulu intended to depart Port Charles with Rocco using forged passports. Dante cautioned Lulu that running was the most Spencer thing ever. Ethan assisted with getaway arrangements and private transportation. Rocco discovered the passports and realized Lulu planned to flee. Lulu believes that leaving town is the only way to safeguard Rocco. Rocco is overcome by the dread and fear that surrounds him. Lulu is regaining Spencer, thinking the episode virtually screamed the comparison out loud when Dante told Lulu that running was the most Spencer thing ever. He was upset, but also correct. The second Lulu felt cornered, her impulse was not to trust the system or rely on stability. Passports, escape plans, and disappearing before anyone else could decide for her. The awkward aspect is that Luke and Laura's entire mythology revolves around running. Fans enjoy the adventure aspect because soap operas make it appear exciting, fast getaways, danger, romance, and all that. But living in that kind of life is usually a mess, especially for the children caught in the middle, and Lulu suddenly feels like she's repeating the same survival impulses that made her own upbringing so chaotic in the first place. Unlike the typical Luke and Laura mayhem, this case features a traumatized youngster already drowning in guilt. Rocco does not need another adult making major emotional decisions over his head while saying that it is for his own good. The episode portrayed him as gradually isolating himself from everyone while still feeling comfortable and normal. Rocco is getting lost in everyone else's panic. That final scene with Rocco returning home alone was heartbreaking in the simplest way possible. Nobody was present. The luggage sat open. He then found the passport. Everything Rocco feared became a reality before anyone could fully explain it to him. What makes the story work is that Lulu does not act intentionally. She is afraid. She knows Cullum is dangerous, she knows Rocco is weak, and she no longer believes Port Charles can keep him safe. Spencer fear has always mixed movement and control. Running makes you feel proactive. It gives me a sense of protection. Half of the time, it results in an entirely new calamity 3 states later. Meanwhile, Rocco absorbs everyone else's anxiety, leaving no room for his own emotions. Dante is enraged. Lulu is in a panic. Britt begged him to leave town. Ethan is planning escape routes. Nobody ever stops to wonder if this child can emotionally handle being the center of a full-fledged Spencer fugitive plot before he even enters high school. Will Carly do this to keep Valentine on General Hospital? Is Anna in danger? Carly from General Hospital has had an interesting, dysfunctional relationship with Valentine since he began hiding in her home. We like it. But we never assumed that Valentine's flirtation with Carly meant he had forgotten about Anna. Valentine likes Carly. A lot. But he adores Anna. We're not sure why Carly was astonished to realize this. But we wonder how far she will go to keep him. Key takeaways. Valentine is still enamored with Anna. Carly wants to retain Valentine. How far will Carly go to safeguard Anna from Valentine? The one that got away, Carly had Valentine entirely to herself. He was literally a captive audience. He can't go anywhere. Why shouldn't he and Carly fall into each other's arms? That is, until Valentine learned that his beloved Anna was being sent to a high-security facility for the criminally insane in France. Then he wanted to charge off and save her. Carly wasn't happy. She said she didn't want him to do something dumb or hazardous. She meant that she didn't want him to do something dumb and reckless for someone other than her. Carly feels she knows what is best for everyone. Her children. Her exes. Her grandchildren. And she isn't bashful about informing the lucky receivers. So why would Carly hesitate to inform Valentine about what is best for him? Valentine, unlike her children, exes, and grandkids, did not want to hear it. He will not let her convince him out of putting Anna first. So Carly will have to step it up a level. Desperate times require desperate measures. How far will Carly go to push a wedge between Valentine and Anna? How about make her disappear? Carly is related. Or at least Sunny is. They should be able to break Anna out of the hospital and place her somewhere Valentine cannot find her. For his own good, of course. Britt faces Sidwell's revenge and puts herself in serious danger. According to General Hospital spoilers, Britt Westbourne is reaching her breaking point. Ross Cullum's tactics have intensified, and Danny Morgan and Charlotte Cassadine may now face his lethal vengeance. Britt has kept Marco Rios' death a secret for far too long, but Sidwell's participation may change everything. Exposing Cullum may stop him, but it also endangers Britt's life in ways she cannot ignore. Fans are left wondering whether Britt will finally act or remain imprisoned in fear. Britt may finally reach her breaking point. Britt has been carrying the weight of Cullum's secrets for far longer than anyone thinks. She knows his hands are tied to Marco's death and the imminent danger to Port Charles. While she seeks justice, her access to life-saving Huntington's disease medication keeps her mute. Exposing Cullum could save lives, but it puts Britt at risk of losing her lifeline. Now the stakes are higher than ever, forcing her to choose between survival and morality. Britt no longer considers silence a safe option. Cullum has become more unpredictable, and his threats may go beyond her. The longer Britt waits, the more people are at risk, including Danny and Charlotte. Her hesitancy may shield her briefly, but it also feeds Cullum's poisonous sense of control. With pressure rising, Britt may recognize that dramatic action is the only way forward. Danny and Charlotte's decision to sneak into Windermere has put them right in Cullum's path. Their curiosity and drive could have fatal implications, and Britt recognizes the gravity of the issue. Cullum has made it clear that no danger to his cold fusion experiment will be tolerated. Britt is now caught in a bind, attempting to protect the young couple while keeping her own hazardous secret. The stress rises as each move could set off an irrevocable series of events. This intrusion may be the impetus Britt requires to act. She is aware that if Cullum continues free, more people may die. Protecting Danny and Charlotte may force her to reveal the information she has kept concealed for so long. Britt's moral compass is tested, but her survival instincts are equally strong. The Windermere event may finally motivate her to tell the truth to someone who can act. Thanks for watching GH Soap Opera today. For more General Hospital updates and spoilers, like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell icon. See you next time.